It's not a surprise. No, it's not a surprise. Let me adjust my headsets, man. I dropped it, man, and it's a little shaky. But anyway, Texans fire Billy. I'm gonna say Billy O'Brien. It's not a surprise, is it? Is it a surprise? I mean, you go 0-4. Is it a surprise? And the fiasco that was DeAndre Hopkins, you get rid of the best receiver and turn Will Fuller into your number one and give Deshaun Watson nothing to work with. He's on an island. He has nobody. Give me one person. Do anybody know who's the running back for the Texans? No. Do you know any other receiver besides Will Fuller? No. And give me one defensive player on that team. You don't know nobody. But you know why? Because the Texans aren't, they're going to get better. But, Deshaun Watson, he's good. But, I mean, it's not a surprise. Texans fired Billy O'Brien. They should have been did it. I was calling for his head last year. I don't know what's going on. Billy O'Brien is fired. And, listen, I don't know what's better because Romeo Crennel is the interim head coach. Now, look, I like Romeo. But, okay. Look, I'm going to tell you this. Won't be no offense. Okay. Listen, Deshaun, it won't be no offense with Romeo Crennel, okay? That's just out, okay? Well, I don't know how they're going to score points with him at the coaching position, but whatever. The Texans just look like a fiasco right now. Okay, first of all, you got Deshaun Watson. You got DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller. You guys make the playoffs. You're a couple games, a couple plays away from taking this thing to the Super Bowl. And then you get rid of DeAndre Hopkins? Turn Will Fuller, who's really a slot guy at best. He's not a solid number two. Let's just put that out there. Will Fuller's not a solid number two. He's a number three. Now you got him at the number one spot. You get Deshaun Watson, nothing. It's a patchwork offensive line at best. I mean, come on. Can they protect his blind side? No. Okay, Deshaun Watson is running for his life the whole season. Every play, it looked like, in my mind, I think he's going to get injured. In my mind, I think this is, a career ending for Deshaun Watson. He's good and whatever. And let me say this about the Texans while we're on them. Let me ask you a question, right? Let's just throw that out there, right? We'll throw it out there right now. Where are they spending the money? Who did they pay? They gave Deshaun Watson a nice little contract. Who else did they pay? Because they ain't paying Will Fuller. They paying a tight end we don't know about? Is there some heavyweight corner they got? Do they got on Josh Norman or somebody? I don't know who the Texans think that they think they are, but listen, they were right to fire Billy O'Brien. I'm surprised they did. And look, when you do this mid-season, 0-4, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have let him come in that facility no more. After they lose, just, send him an email. Send him an email and his last check. Figure out how to cash this because it's not a real check. All right. So, look, the Texans fired Billy O'Brien. It's not news. And you know what? Deshaun Watson. And guess what? These are the same Texans. You know Derek Carr? You know he had a brother. Anybody remember his brother? Okay. They ruined his career. And they're going to do the same thing to Deshaun Watson. Best years of his career. They look at Patty Mahomes. At least they gave him everything, right? They gave him a tight end, a running back, a couple running backs, a receiver, a speedy guy. But Billy O'Brien is gone, and now they got Romeo Crennel. And guess what? I'm going to make a prediction. The Texans will score probably, 12 points a game with Romeo. Now, their defense will be better. I'll tell you that. Their defense will be better. But Romeo's not a head coach. We know that. He's had his time in the league. And I don't know if this is about, what is this about? Hiring a black coach or whatever? Because, they don't really, I don't know. But Romeo, I like Romeo. But, come on now. He's assistant coach for a reason. I mean, you want him on your staff now. But head coach, nah. But, he's interim, so he's going to be there at least the rest of this year. They don't plan on, hey, you know what? What is the Texans doing with all their money? Now, guess what? They're paying Billy O'Brien, got rid of him, and now they got Romeo Crennel. Who are they going to pay next year? Whatever. It's a disaster up there. Anyway, follow me on Best Podcast 2020 on Instagram, man. Hey, I got one video. Well, I got a few videos. You'll see. All right. Thank you, guys.